Alright, so for today's vlog, we've got two guest stars. We've got American Bear Grylls Bert, and we've got Stiff the Mountain Warrior Princess.
That's right.
So...
You almost forgot Princess.
No, I don't. I remembered Princess. It's the most important part. So what camp are we at? I don't even know what camp this is. Moika camp. We're at 3,000 meters or 10,000 feet.
Yep.
It's a little bit warmer than previous camps, and oxygen's much more down here, I think. It's a lot easier to breathe.
You can feel it.
Had a great night's sleep last night.
You snored. Koi snored like a
Bert
bear.
snored as well, and I'm pretty sure
Yes.
Stiff snored
Steph
as well.
doesn't snore.
Steph snored.
Steph doesn't snore.
So yesterday was a big day. I think I did a video on the mountain. I don't know if it made sense.
Altitude.
The altitude I think got to me.
Confusion.
But we left at about 12:30 in the morning and hiked for about 8 hours up to Stella Point. And it was probably the 8 hardest hours of my life, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
It was really, really windy, super cold, and hiking in the dark is not fun for anyone, I don't think.
Plus you can't breathe.
And you can't breathe, exactly.
You're walking slow and you can barely.
How much altitude do you think we gained? About 1,200 meters?
I don't know what that is.
Well, how many feet? How many feet?
It was over 6,000 feet.
Or was it?
Close to 7,000.
And it was pretty much straight up, just doing switchbacks, back and forth. It was tough.
No, 5.
No.
5.
5,000 feet?
About 5,000 feet.
We'll get there.
Altitude's still bothering me.
We are still at 3,000 meters, which is pretty crazy to think about it. But yeah, Stiff's a bit of a warrior.
Not really.
Didn't bring any of her stuff. Rented everything. And
Basically, I rocked up here not prepared at all.
She's going to write an article about how to show up to
What
Mount
not to do
Kilimanjaro
when you go to Mount
nothing.
Kilimanjaro. Yeah. I've never been camping before. Never been trekking, and decided it made sense to Mount Kilimanjaro by myself. So I rocked up, and there are 4 guys and me. So what do? You make the best of it. But no, you guys have been great. Seriously.
Start borrowing.
Start borrowing.
what do I need back? Have I got everything back from you?
No.
No, yeah, we definitely have.
No.
We should have kept it our own list, not just your
Don't
list.
worry, it's in my head. I still have your cord. Oh, we're running out of time. It's 2:45. We haven't even gotten to really anything good yet.
We haven't, no. So, we reached Stella Point, and I thought that in itself would have felt good, but it didn't, because Uhuru Peak was still probably about, what?
1 to 200 meters?
No, it was more than that. It
It was an hour away.
took us about an hour, and you could see it from Stella Point, and at that point we were already at 5,700 meters, so the air was really thin. Wasn't much oxygen,
We were
freezing
exhausted.
cold, exhausted. I took my gloves off for not even a minute, and I couldn't feel my hands, which is why there's not many photos on the top,
Yeah.
because I was just like keeping them in my pockets. But it was still a good feeling, I think, getting to the end. I think it was a good achievement all around.
Absolutely.
Felt pretty good.
Yeah.
Felt pretty.
You guys looked and felt great. I felt horrendous. I think I said, well, I started crying at one point, and then I said if I had a gun, I would have used it on myself.
So Stiff
Halfway
was
up
in.
the
But I
mountain.
persevered. I got there eventually. You guys got there a lot
Luckily,
earlier
she
than
didn't have a
me,
gun.
or a lot faster than me.
So Stiff was in high spirits the entire trip, I think it's fair to say. Just the constant like positive note in the tent and in the group. Just
Yeah.
That's what I'm known
positivity all round.
For. That's
You
what I'm
know?
known for, boys. That's what I'm known for. It's my shtick.
But once we reached the peak, we spent maybe 10-15 minutes there, and then we head back down, and I think we got down in about 2 hours.
About 2 hours.
It's pretty good. We took a shortcut, did some skiing over the shale and the rocks. That was fun. There was lots of loose, sort of sandy stuff, which was good fun. Got down no time at all, and then we chilled in camp at which we'd been at before for
Hour and a
about
half.
an hour and a half in probably the hottest tent of my
Yeah, I
life.
was about to say chilled is probably not the right word. This is a good way to get
It was
heat
at
stroke.
least 150 in the tent.
We needed to sleep bad because we had no sleep the night before, and yeah.
And then we hiked
sweating in the
another
tent.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
4 more hours down here.
How was everyone feeling in the camp?
Now?
No, when we arrived down the bottom. So after
Miserable.
summit, miserable.
Miserable and exhausted.
Hot,
Yeah.
exhausted.
I think.
But also
and
proud.
sunburned.
But there was a sense of pride too.
Yes.
To know that we had accomplished this, you know?
Also a sense
It's
of
a big thing.
satisfaction when I saw people who hadn't summited
You're
yet,
like,
and they were
"Sucker."
walking past and they're like, "How was it?" It was tough, but it was good. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry at
Then
all.
secretly, I
No
was
big
like,
deal.
"Sucks to be you. You've got a fun 12 hours in front of you."
Yeah, absolutely.
But then we stayed at that camp for a few hours, and then we trekked on down to this camp, which we're currently in, which was about a 4-hour trek, all downhill, over loose stones and steps, and it was pretty hard on the old legs, I think.
Yeah. It was a long day.
It was a very long
Very
day.
long day on our feet.
15 hours of trekking.
Yeah, 15 hours of trekking. We arrived here, which is, I think they call it the moorland. It's pretty lush. It's pretty nice here. I had the best sleep of my life last night. Passed out.
Yeah, you snored the whole time.
Had the best crepe of my life this morning with orange and sugar.
He's quite the creep show.
Okay, and we gotta go.
And I
Corey
think-
likes to talk, but we gotta go.
And I think that's it. We got to go. Romani's over there looking at us from the tent. So, yeah, awesome.